Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
And collectively we are the Office Blokes.
What's wrong with him?
He's been a bit wooden lately, hasn't he? He's a little bit two-dimensional with his act. Yeah, we are the Office Blokes, all three of them. Got two of the YouTube channels, Patreon page, social media merch, all that good stuff. Click the link below and it will take you where you need to go, unless you want one of these, in which case you're going to have to wait, but we'll let you know when they're available. Yeah, unfortunately someone in Office Bloke Mike's household has tested positive for COVID, haven't they?
Yes.
So, yeah, hashtag free Mike. He should. He's all right, isn't he?
He's fine. He'll be back tomorrow. I think he's okay.
Yeah, he's gone for a test.
He's got to go for a test and do a
I think he's
got HIV while he's there.
They're skiving again, isn't he? Anyway, so this one's a Patreon request. I'm going to hand over to Office Bloke Mike.
I don't know why. I just think that's what he's saying at that point.
This is for Sharona. So cheers for your patience, Sharona.
Yep.
As you can tell, there's been a lot of holidays this summer, and Mike's skiving. So this is Josh.
Yes, I wonder if he picked it up in prison and passed it over to his to one of his family members.
It was rife in the prisons, wasn't it? So probably you do a bit of bird, get a bit of COVID. You know.
Do you know what? He never takes his coat home, right? His coat's always hung up in the office.
Yeah.
And yesterday his coat's gone.
And his laptop, and he never takes his
laptop home. I thought that as well.
Yeah. Something going on, isn't there?
Yeah. World's gone mad.
Anyway, we will get into this one. So Josh Wolf, they lie. Let's do it.
Anybody who has teenage boys too knows that they lie. Anybody who has teenage boys too knows that they lie. That's all they do. And you know how you know they're lying? Because their mouth is moving. They lie. But here's the thing. Sometimes you don't bust them with all of them. And sometimes their lies are so good that you're almost proud of them. You know what I mean? You're like, and don't do that again. That's my fucking boys. You know? My son's best, he ran a game on me. My wife and I, we went to Hawaii for vacation. And my parents came to stay with him. So when we come back, we get a DirecTV bill a month later. And there's $200 worth of porn charges. And we're looking at the bill, right? My wife and I, and I'm mad, right? The dude needs to be taught a lesson because porn is free. Like, how dumb do you have to be? I got porn in my pocket 24 hours a day. I'm worried about him as a human being if he's still paying for porn. That is the dumbest motherfucking shit I've ever heard of.
It's not wrong, is it?
I'm worried about him walking around in this world if he's still paying for porn. Like, how's he gonna do that?
True that.
Yeah. Do your well, has Mike only got one teenage lad? The other one is in his 20s.
Oh, he's
now.
got 20s, yeah.
Yeah. So do they watch a lot of porn, Mike? Fair enough.
Tell my wife, I'm like, I gotta go down and talk to him. This is so dumb. But here's the deal. I feel like this is gonna be a quick conversation because his MO when he lies is he'll lie, and then if you just show him facts, he's like, yeah, that was me, and that's it. So I
do
have
that,
the
don't they?
facts in my hand. I have the bill in my hand. So I figure it's gonna be a quick conversation. So I go down into his room, and I'm like, hey man, and he goes, yeah. I go, you know anything about this? And here's how I could tell he was gonna lie to me. Because as soon as I held up the bill, he bent over and he squinted like he couldn't read all of a sudden. He was like... He just started shaking his head like he had never seen that language before. He was like... And then he said something so ridiculous. He goes, yeah, I'm not familiar. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean you're not familiar? You don't recognize English or you don't know what that is? And he goes, I'm not sure what that list of stuff is. I'm like, it's porn. He goes, oh. I go, you don't know anything about that porn? He goes, no. I go, you didn't order that porn? He goes, no. I go, oh, because I'm looking at the dates. When the porn was ordered, it's when your mom and I were out of town. And the only people at the house were you and Grandma and Grandpa.
Uh-oh.
I know exactly what he's going through. here.
Really?
I go through exactly the same. I've got a teenage son.
Yeah.
And he acts same thing, squints at the thing when I show him something, full of shit. Everything he says now, I just go, bullshit. My wife goes, leave him, let him go. And I'm like, no, he's bullshitting. And he just looks at me as if to say, I know you've got me, but let me work on mum.
Yeah. I've obviously, my experiences of this are being the teenager, because my little boy is 6 soon, so I've got all that to come with him.
Yeah.
But I've done, like, I staggered home hammered once when I was about 13, covered in sick, and my lie to my parents was a guy staggered out of the pub, bumped into me and puked up all over me. And then while I'm spinning this lie, I tripped over a shoe. Just hit the deck.
Reeking of alcohol.
Yeah, stank.
So it was either you or Grandma and Grandpa. And he looks right at me and he goes, well, they do like each other a lot. And I was like, take it easy there, man. You know you talk about my mom, right? You talking about my mom right now. I said, you saying my mom watches porn? He goes, no, I didn't say that. You said that.
Wow.
And I'm like, why is he so confident? I have the bill. I have it right here. Why? And I thought, okay, I'm going to make him so uncomfortable that he'll admit it. And he doesn't want to talk about porn with his dad. So I guess I'll just start reading off the titles of the movies.
That's a great move, because you'll just be able to tell by the facial expressions.
My son doesn't get embarrassed though.
Does
he gets
not?
embarrassed over the slightest different things that normal people wouldn't.
Oh, really?
And he'll get embarrassed for that. My eldest son doesn't get embarrassed full stop. Nothing phases him. But if I said to Aiden and I started reading stuff out loud, he'd just be like, and he does that same thing. You know, when he's saying like, I can't remember what word he used now, but my son goes, well, basically. And I'm like, mate, never use that word.
You know it's bullshit as soon as he prefaces it with basically.
So I said to him, I go, are you telling me that Grandma and Grandpa were in my room watching Anal Party 3? And this is the quote out of his mouth. He goes, well, the door was shut all weekend.
Can't be mad at it, can
I
you?
said, are you saying my mom watches anal? He goes, no, you said that. I never said that. Guys, I walked into the room 100% sure it was him. Now I'm at like 99. I'm like, what? And then I realized the reason he was so confident. You know why he was so confident, everybody? The reason he was so confident was the only way I can truly prove that it was him
by asking his mom
is if I call my parents. And I say, did you watch Anal Party 3? In my room. And on the off chance they say yes, I gotta burn the fucking house down. Like, I can't live there as an adult male. If my parents are watching anal on your bed, you gotta burn that shit down. So I need to, all of a sudden I've become Tom Cruise from A Few Good Men. Did you order the porn? Like, I needed to know, right? So I decided he's gone all in. He knows I don't want to call my parents. The only way I can bust him is if I go all in too. So I'm like, okay, I'm going all in with this. And I say to him, I go, man, you didn't order the porn. You didn't order the porn? And then he did say what every teenager says at least once. And I said, you didn't order the porn? And he's like, I wish you'd just believe me. Oh. You never believe me. Oh. I go, no, man, I believe you. And he goes, what? Because I figured I'm pushing all my chips in too. The only way to get him to admit it is to get him into a situation that he doesn't want to be in. So I said, yeah, man, I believe you. And I think it's terrible that Grandma and Grandpa are making you pay for their porn. He was like, yeah, I think that's terrible too.
You gotta call him.
Good move, good move.
I said, we can't let him hide in the shadows out there in the East Coast. We gotta call him out. And he was like, I agree with you. I was like, what do you think, man? And I held up my phone. I go, let's just get him on the phone. And he looks me dead in the eye and he goes, call him. I'm like, oh. And he goes, no, call him, Dad. I want to hear you call your parents and ask them if they watched Anal Party 3 in your room. I want to hear you ask that question. Call him. I go, I'm gone. And he goes, I'm right here. And I was like, so I started.
I think my son lives with him. Fucking same mannerisms.
This kid's it's a savage, isn't he?
Dial one number. dial another number. And he goes, you don't have your parents on speed dial? And I said, yeah, I do. I'm going slow. I'm giving you a chance to come clean. And he goes, oh, okay. And he goes, I wouldn't say come clean when you talk to them. And I was like, listen, guys, if this is a fight, he's landed every fucking
Yeah, he's winning, isn't he?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. I'm pressing another button. Pressing another button. Guys, I'm at like the 8th button. I'm like, I'm about to ask my parents if they watched Anal Party 3. And then I'm going to jump out of a window. Like, this is it for me. I'm about to press that 9th button. And he goes, whoa. I'll pay for it. And I said, you ordered the porn? He goes, no, that was Grandma and Grandpa. I just don't want you to embarrass them. I think it's nice how much they like each other. And I was
like... Definitely the sort of thing I would have said, you know. Yeah. You don't think it's suspicious to offer to pay for it out of the goodness of your heart. It wasn't me, though, but I'll cover it, you know.
It's exactly what my kid says, exactly what he's going through there.
Yeah.
But you know what I always end with? I know it was you. Let's just leave it.
Yeah.
Not do one.
Yeah, there's no point arguing about it if you're not getting anywhere. I had a very similar situation where I still get the blame to this day. It was only me and my brother in the house, and some porn was charged to the internet. But it was when the dial-up internet days where if you click OK, it can charge it to your bill. And I looked at this thing, and it said 1 GDP per minute or whatever, which is obviously a quid. And it was my bro that clicked on it to this day, and he still denies it. But I've got the blame. I think I was off school sick that day or something, but I've got the blame still now.
For how many minutes?
I don't know. If it would have been me, it would have been like 2 or 3, but it was probably about 50 quid, so that's my plausible deniability. Anyway, wasn't me. 35, believe me.
He looks me dead in the eye and he goes, we done here? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. But that wasn't satisfactory to me, guys. I needed to hear him say he ordered the porn, right? So we get to the outside of his door, and I'm on the outside of it, and I go, hey, man, before I leave, I'm going to give you one last offer. I will pay the bill and give you $200. All you got to do is say you ordered the porn. And he looks right at me, and he goes, nope, Grandma and Grandpa. Right? And now every time he walks by my room and the door's open, he looks in and he goes, I wouldn't sleep on that bed.
Oh, no.
Like an asshole.
He's good, isn't he?
Yeah, he's good. Funny. Tells a good story.
It doesn't seem old enough to have... He seems pretty young, doesn't he? Like the first reaction, I didn't think he'd have grown up or, you know, like late teenage sons.
He looks in his late 30s, early 40s, I'd say.
Yeah, late 30s. I suppose, yeah. That's old enough, isn't it? It's good, though. What did you think, Mike?
Mike?
He was a bit wooden in that one, Mike. He didn't really laugh much, did he?
Looks surprised.
You changed.
Anyway, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers. Guys.